Hi guys, it's Tony again, and we're back with another spiritual vlog update. It's been a few months since I've did one of these. As normal, when I begin these, I'm just going to say that anything you hear on this video, because it's happened before, I'm home alone, nobody else here. If you let me know anything or hear anything, just give me a shout, and we'll check it out on the video. So basically, I think it's been about 2 months since I last did one of these. Um, there's a lot happened that I'm not going to go into too much detail with for personal reasons regarding spiritual stuff, but I'm going to cover them just to explain what's been happening. Um, the latest thing that's happened to me is, and before I go on that, just basically, I'm doing these videos so that if you go through the same thing, you could possibly understand what's going on with you. And this is not just me just doing these for sake of it. I like to help other people, and if you're watching this going, wow, it's happened to me before, maybe you should look into it or understand what I'm going through, or see what's happening. So about 2 weeks ago, I was sitting in my room and my housemate had her friend over. When she came over, I could smell was a really strong smell of cigarette smoke. The cigarette smoke hung round all night. When our friend left, I said, "Your friend doesn't smoke," and she was like, "No, she doesn't." So that's very weird. In the morning, it was still there, really strong smell of smoke. And I was jumped in the shower, and I was in the shower, and all of a sudden, the phrase came into my head of strawberry bonbons, which is the strangest phrase ever. Not usually what I think of in the shower, but never mind. So when I got out, I said, "Would you mind just texting your friend and just asking if she has any recollection of anyone who's passed who smoked and likes strawberry bonbons?" Anyway, she came back with that her granddad is supposedly following her around and looking after her. He smoked and loves strawberry bonbons. So I was like, well, we'll put that down as coincidence. I don't know. So I was getting ready for work, came back upstairs, and when I reached the top of the stairs and came in my bedroom, all of a sudden, and it's hard to describe, but it felt like my lungs and chest became increasingly tight. It became so bad I couldn't breathe and bent over the desk in pain. And then just as soon as it came on, it went again. Um, so when I went downstairs, I asked my housemate if she could mind texting her friend, just asking, how her granddad died. And it turned out he died of COPD, which, if you don't know, is a chronic lung condition. So that was kind of weird. So I think what I was experiencing has moved on a little bit now to where I'm starting to get random names in my head, and I can see things and know things before it happens. I was talking to a friend on last week, not this week, and she was talking about her aunt that died, and I can't remember what the aunt's name was, but I had the word Linda along their lines going around in my head while I was speaking to her, and her auntie's name was very close. I was like Lydia or something like that. So it seems to be moving on from where I was. I was in a sandwich shop not so long ago, and suddenly got the urge to speak to a random man, and had the word David going around in my head, and this man just I was drawn towards him to say the word David. So I don't know where it's moving to or what's happening, but it's getting a little bit weird. Spiritually, ghost wise, not spirit wise, it's been relatively quiet around the house. I've been working away quite a lot, so I haven't been in the house as much as usual. However, I was working away a couple of weeks ago, and I stayed in three different hotels on 3 different days. The first night I got my first hotel, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to sleep with the light off, because as you might know if you watch these, I can't sleep with the light off in this room at all. I hate sleeping with the light off. And I basically, first night, fine, switch the light off, fine. Second night, walked into that hotel and I text my housemate to say, I'm not going to sleep in this room tonight because there's something, I can just feel something. I must have got woken up about 15, 20 times during the night with huge bangs. I know there was one that just sounded like the TV in the room was going to break. That's how loud it was. I could see there was things in the court. It was very, very strange. I could not sleep at all. Next room, next hotel, perfectly fine. Set perfectly great. And last week was in a newish hotel and set fine every single night. So I don't know, but the house has been relatively quiet as such. I've heard a few things. We've had bags rustling again, things falling off. Just general stuff, not too bad. I've been to the Spiritualist Church twice since we last spoke. The last one, I don't want to go into any details because it's not my business to go into details, but basically, there's been a passing, and the Spiritualist Church, when we started to see the medium, told me that they're passing the messages on to me to pass to other people, which is kind of weird. Came straight out of it, I met him before and he said that, so that was kind of unusual. Bit of a spiritual time in the fact of offering the support and so forth to people in the difficult times when you have a sudden passing. However, it was a little bit weird the other day when I could hear his voice clear as day in my head, which was kind of weird. But yeah, that was kind of bad. And I said I would love to go into a bit more information, but it's not my business too, so I can't. But yeah, it seems to have chilled in the house, but with the new bits where I seem to be just getting random names in my head when I'm sitting in places, phrases, words, it seems to have moved on a little bit. Fortunately, with working away, I can't work on anything that might be happening because they tend to do workshops during the week, but I do need to maybe look at how to do it because it's interesting. We are going back to Spiritual Church this weekend, so hopefully that could be interesting. Housemate's birthday. Happy birthday. I'll say it on the video. You know, very well watch it. And yeah, so we'll see if anything comes through on that. I've been told that my grandma sits in the car and looks after me on my journeys, which is, it's nice to reassure that. It's quite nice to know that she's with me, if she is. The eternal skeptic, always like, yeah, I believe that, but I don't believe it, and it's that grey area in the middle where we seem to be at. However, I hope, just a little update on what's been happening. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and yeah, I'll be back soon, no doubt, with another one. Especially with traveling around the country and going to loads of different places. It'll be interesting to see. I've got another Most Haunted Ghost Hunty thing in March up in Jedburgh Jail, which is going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to that. And I'll see you all later, and I hope you all have a great New Year, a great Christmas, and that you've got happiness in your lives. I'll see you later. Goodbye.